Wow, 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 wow. That was a rout. And that's the type of route that I like to see. The Celtics just absolutely blasting, obliterating the Philadelphia 76ers 135 to 87. The game wasn't even that close, if you can believe it. Celtics just dominating this game wire to wire. Philadelphia was never in it. And Certainly you could put this as one of the most impressive Celtics wins of the season. No, Philadelphia wasn't at full strength because James Harden hasn't yet made his debut, as he's going to make his debut for the team after the All Star break. That being said, this team hasn't had their co-star for all the season when Ben Simmons was on the team, and they've still been a pretty damn good team. But the Celtics were by far the better team tonight, just absolutely dominating this game in every aspect. It was a really unexpected. I wasn't thinking the Celtics were going to win this game for a couple of reasons. One, it was in Philadelphia. Two, I thought the 76ers would be energized by James Harden being there. The fans were cheering for him. He rang the bell before the game. Uh, they they're playing a conference rival in the Celtics, so I thought they'd get up for that. And Rob Williams wasn't playing, and so with all those factors, okay, nice 8 game win streak. This will probably be the end tonight, and shows how much do I know? As the Celtics said, not so fast. We're gonna just go out there and kick the crap out of Philadelphia, and they did. And now they have won 9 games in a row with 1 game left tomorrow against the Detroit Pistons before heading into the All Star break. If they win that game tomorrow, which it's never easy on the second night of a back-to-back. Granted, you couldn't ask for a better opponent playing the Pistons, who are terrible. Um, and they can make it a nice round 10 before the All-Star break. You got to be feeling pretty damn good about yourselves. The Celtics should right now be feeling really, really good about themselves. Beating up on a Philadelphia team and a guy who's the presumptive MVP at this point in the season, Joel Embiid. Um, Embiid, he had 19 points tonight. 13 of them came at the free throw line. He took 16 of them. The Celtics really did not let him get going at all. Credit to their defense that's been fantastic through this whole stretch, this whole win streak. I mean, holding Philadelphia to 87 is incredible. And then their offense putting up 135. I don't know which number is more impressive. Really, most of these games, even in the wins, I'll nitpick a little bit, but when you win like this against a good team, you can't really nitpick anything they did. I mean, I didn't in my 3 up, 3 down. I didn't even have anybody down, which I think is the first time this season I've done that. Everybody played their role perfectly tonight. I mean, you had Jalen Brown, who was just phenomenal in the first half. Jason Tatum had a really good first half, very solid in the second half. The bench did well in the second half. You got contributions from guys like Aaron Nesmith. Um, Sam Hauser even came off the bench in garbage time and hit a couple threes. Horford did a nice job, and we'll get in the box score in a second. But everybody played their. This is exactly, if you're Ime Udoka, this is exactly how you want the team to play. Everybody played their role to perfection. They bought in. They played defense hard. They played smart on offense. They moved the ball. And early in the game, or I should say in the second quarter, when the only time Philadelphia made a little bit of a run, they had a 10-0 run right after Marcus Smart got hurt and left for the game. The Celtics immediately shut that down and responded with a run of their own. And from there on, Philadelphia never even came close to threatening again. So Ime Udoka should be thrilled about how his team played tonight. If you are a coach of a basketball team, you show them this film of the Celtics tonight and say that's how you play the game. Really, just a fantastic performance from the Celtics tonight. So let's get into the box score, and then we'll get into your comments because I see you guys here. Again, Celtics win 135 to 87, improved to 34 and 25 in the year. Philadelphia 34 and 23. Celtics are right on their heels in the Eastern Conference, as it is very close, and the Celtics have just continued to soar through the rankings. Starters tonight with no Rob Williams looked like this. Grant Williams got the start. Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown. Grant Williams did a really good job in his 26 minutes. He was 4 or 5 from the floor. They were all 3-point attempts. He had 3 rebounds and assists and 12 points and some solid defense. Really great game from Grant Williams. Did, like I'm going to say with everybody in this game, played their role to perfection. Jason Tatum, 30 minutes, 9 of 17 from the floor, 4 of 8 from 3, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, no turnovers, 28 points. plus 34 in the night. Just a great clean sheet for Jason Tatum, who played terrific tonight. Al Horford played his role to perfection, I thought, too. Good defense, 20 minutes, 2 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 5 from 3. He could have hit a couple more threes if I have to throw a nitpick in there, because some of the ones he missed were wide open, but he's, at center, so you take what you can get. 9 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers for him too. 6 points. Actually, the starters as a whole combined for just 2 turnovers. Both those coming from Jaylen Brown, and the team as a whole only 9 turnovers. Philadelphia, for what it's worth, only had 9 turnovers too. But the Celtics, who when they've lost games this year, have turned the ball over a lot, have taken so much better care of the basketball as of late. Marcus Smart, only 13 minutes tonight because he left with an injury. He was doing a very good job though in his 13 minutes. 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3. Got to the free throw line 4 times, hit 2 of them. The 2 he missed were right after the injury. He had to shoot them, and clearly he was in pain. We haven't gotten an update on him. I'd assume he's going to miss tomorrow's game. So the All-Star break comes at a good time for him. If it's a sprain, he should be good to go probably right after the All-Star break or a game or so after that. If it's a break, which I don't think it was, but I'm not a doctor, obviously, then the Celtics are going to be in trouble. But hopefully he's okay. And he did score 7 points in his 13 minutes. And Jaylen Brown could not miss in the first half. 29 minutes for him, 10 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 7 from 3, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers and 29 points. Didn't really have to do much in the second half. All of his points, for the most part, came in the first half. I think he had 25 in the first half and finished with 29 in the game. Again, that's more of a product of he didn't have to do any other scoring. They were up by such a large margin. Especially great for the Celtics is that, your starters, you're talking about Grant Williams, 26 minutes, Tatum 30, Horford 20, Smart again hurt, so just 13, and Brown 29. And they play again tomorrow. To limit those minutes on the back-to-back is great. That's perfect. You love to see that. Everybody played in this game, so the Celtics were able to empty their whole bench, and they got damn good production out of their bench. Only person who did not score in this game was Luke Cornett. He played 9 minutes, missed all 3 of his field goal attempts. But Sam Hauser, coming off the G League main, I guess they're the main Celtics now, no longer in the Red Claws, he took 5 threes. He hit 3 of them. That's what he does. He had 9 points. Aaron Nesmith played his best game in a long time, 23 minutes, 6 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3. 3 rebounds, 18 points for Nesmith. Daniel Tice, welcome back to the Celtics. 20 minutes, good defense, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks, and 5 points. Really excellent comeback game from Daniel Tice, who's clearly happy to be on the Celtics as opposed to the Rockets. Derek White, another solid performance, and the Celtics have won every game he's been here. 28 minutes for him off the bench, 4 of 9 from the floor. 1 rebound, 2 assists, a steal, a block, and 11 points as we're starting to get used to Derek White filling out the stat sheet. Peyton Pritchard played 19 minutes, scored 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting. And Broderick Thomas, who a name we rarely see, 12 minutes, 2 of 2 from the floor, and 5 points. End-to-end ass kicking from the Celtics. You love to see it. They won the rebounding battle 51-40 in this game. Moved the ball great, 28 assists for the team. And dominant win as they have 1 game left before the All-Star break. And like I said, really limited the Sixers offensively. Embiid, who's been, in my estimation, the MVP this season, 19 points in 26 minutes. 13 of those came at the free throw line and 9 rebounds and 6 assists for him. So, obviously not a bad night, but by his standards, a bad night. And then only one other player scored in double digits, and that was Tyrese Maxey, and he didn't do it on very efficient shooting. So Celtics defense was just on fire tonight, as was their offense. Let's get into the chat here before we get out of here. Leonard, my main man, Jet this team. I don't understand them. Honestly, they're the epitome of an enigma. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, whatever you want to call them. This team right now is playing the best basketball of anybody in the NBA. They have the longest win streak in the NBA. They're playing phenomenal. You can't take anything away from them. And prior to the calendar year of 2022, they're playing some of the most frustrating, worst basketball in the NBA. I don't remember seeing a bigger difference between the same team in the same year than this year's Celtics team. It's night and day. And I don't know if this streak will hold. And certainly there's been more frustrations this season than there's been good stuff. But since the new year, they've completely turned a page. And I hope this is what this team is. And I hope it's not more closely to what it was for the 2021 calendar year. So we'll have to see, but it has been a roller coaster, as you said, Leonard. Gregory Castillo, your favorite Spur. Derek White's fitting in. That's right. You do like the Spurs, Greg. I forgot about that. We should get more of a scouting report from you about what we can expect further from Derek White. But yes, he's fitting in very nicely. I can't complain about anything I've seen from him. I think that his defense is as advertised. His 3-point shots maybe a little bit better than we were expecting, but still not a reliable 3-point shooter. But I don't think that's what the Celtics are asking of him. So he's fit in very nicely so far. Leonard says his biggest takeaway was that the Double J's both played well. You love to see that, absolutely. When they both have games where they score, 25 plus, which each of them did tonight, they rarely lose. In fact, the games where they've scored 30 plus each, they've never lost. It just shows that when those two guys are on the same page and playing well and playing off of each other, the Celtics are very, very, very difficult to beat. And that's what's been the case for throughout this winning streak. And that's what wasn't the case when they were playing like crap, is that one guy would have a terrible game, the other guy have a good game. So love to see them in sync, and really love to see the Celtics picking up their 9th win in a row. Words I never thought I would, never even dreamt I would say this season. And yet here they are, and they have improved to 9 games above 500. Remarkable. And just one game left before the All-Star break. It is tomorrow against the Detroit Pistons in Boston. So you want to see the Celtics head into the All-Star break strong, beat up on a bad team in the Pistons, and get that 10th win in a row going into the All-Star break. You don't want to slip there. But it's all good news on the Celtics front right now, as they are absolutely rolling, and hopefully the Marcus Smart injury isn't too serious, so the Celtics can continue to roll. That's going to do it. I will be back for the Pistons game tomorrow night, and Gregory Castillo is going to give us a full scouting report on Derek White, so I'm ready for that. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you in the chat, Leonard and Gregory, and anybody who watches later. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, whatever floats your boat. I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you later. See you, everybody.